I know that the energy, because she said, she was like, oh, the energy is off. I'm like, me too, I don't know where this is coming from.
Fans there, you have fans too coming to meet you. Like
him, yeah.
Okay, now once is Onyeka is like, Onyeka wants to take, come on, man.
So
you are jealous.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Big Brother Naija No Lose Guard reunion show. Of course, your favorite housemates are here once again. And it's going to be a great run, hopefully. Everybody looking dashing, colorful. I know how you people do on social media. You're trying to find out who's sitting next to who. Why did this person sit next to this person? Good luck with trying to decipher what that means. But let's just touch base with a few of the housemates. Zion, how are you doing?
Good, Ebuka.
How's the last couple of months been?
So the last couple of months has been nice. I've enjoyed myself, as I've been doing since I left the house. And I've just been taking everything one step at a time.
So the streets say you're a single man again. Yeah. Are we right? Are the streets correct?
They can say that.
They can say that?
They can say that. Not necessarily meaning it's right, but they can say that.
I'm still speaking in parables. Anita!
Hi,
what's up?
I'm well, thanks.
How you doing?
Good.
How's so far?
It's fine.
Ask me now.
Nah, Anita, you're a small police. So I said, let me try this beauty queen, whether she will shake. Speaking of dynamics, DJ Flo, Rhutie was quite the conversation this season. So before the show started, we had this profile conversation with a lot of you, and some of you said, oh, I'm the fire, he's the ice, blah, blah, blah. It was the same thing with both of you. You were supposed to be ice, right? And she was the fire. Are you still friends?
No, we are not.
What happened?
We had a fallout.
Why?
Okay, so when I came out, I heard a lot. Same way everybody comes out and hears like a lot of things that happened.
About what she
About
did?
what happened in the house generally, and I tried so much to not make that get to me, because I was like, at the end of the day, we're out of the house. What good will it do having to blame anybody? Outside the fact that she went back, we're not going back. It's not going to change anything. And the last thing I would do is blame you for that situation.
What did you hear?
I heard things like people constantly telling me, oh, Rhutie is the reason why you got out of the house.
Okay.
Just like what I said, I refused to address it. I never for once made her feel a certain way about it, because I was like, there's no point. Like I said, this is my friend of 10 years.
But did she address you?
So that's the thing. I now realized along the line that she was trying to play a sort of reverse psychology and try to blame me for it first.
For not doing enough.
Exactly, before I could say anything. And then I didn't plan to say anything. If I had responded to her from that first day, we would have that fallout from the first day. But I ignored it and I let it go. And then I realized that she tried it again, in the sense that she came again and tried to blame me again. So the manager at the time, the manager that, caused the first issue where she was talking about, I made us go with the manager into the house, blah, blah, blah. He called for a meeting, and then we're speaking, and I now saw that she was trying to also play that reverse psychology, we're trying to blame it. And then the next thing she said was something relating to, if you're not going to talk, if you're not going to say your mind, me, I'll say your mind, I'll say my mind. You have mind to say, kind of thing. So, and then she now started talking about how in the house, she felt like I didn't have her back in the house. Even when she has quarrels with people, I wasn't like standing up with her, I wasn't fighting with her. And I asked her a question. I was like, you've known me for 10 years. You can literally use one finger to count how many times I've really had a full blowout with anybody. I never get myself to that point. I never get myself to that point. So
but
why
she's your partner, though.
Exactly. No, so another thing is, I've never done it.
The dynamic in the house
you...
is different from outside the house, right? Now you're in a competition. Do you feel like you could have done more?
When you mean do more, I can have your back.
Have her back.
I can support you, but I don't have to go into a fight with you. I don't have to.
Did you have that conversation before going into the house?
We did. She knows. I know we've had a conversation before where she's like, oh, so if they are dragging one person on social media, are you going to respond? That kind of thing. I was spoken about it. I was like, you know me. You know I'm not going to respond. Even if they drag me, I'm not going to respond. She's not that person that going to drag, I'll come to respond. Not be my fight. Why would I get myself involved in this?
Any regrets about doing this? And the lost friendship? Or maybe it's like, okay, it was a great opportunity to see clearly what this friendship was.
So I try not to have regrets. You know, I just really believe that as much as I cherish what we had for 10 years, I also have the belief that at the end of the day, we go through life with people, and you might not completely do your entire, life with these people. But I think what really did it for me was the interview she had. I looked for the video because when they sent me the clip, and I saw that she did that interview speaking on me, because I needed a reason. I needed to understand where she was coming from with the entire situation.
Did you get the reason?
And then, yes, that interview really did it for me. And then it just made me realize that I might have love for this person, but I feel like we've gotten to a point in life where we should just, go our separate ways. And then this person is just not good for my energy anymore. And that's perfectly fine by me.
This season was very unique in the fact that it was the first time we were trying to see what pairings would look like, where we'd get people together, friends, family, whatever the case is, into the house. And we did say clearly at the start of the show that it would test the foundations of these relationships. And I mean, it's part of the reasons we're here for this reunion, because a lot of the stories flying around is that a lot of these friendships and relationships have been tested, basically. All right, let's take a look at this clip.
Big brother Naija. Where my baby at? Ooh, your eyes,
Like, you allow those fools to run a narrative on me. Me that so I'm the one that is making people not come close to you or what, as per you are the sociable one. Me be the problem. Zion, they've used you to get to me now, 1-0. Our very first audition video that we shot together. So the moment we came to this house, I carried everything on my head. All it needs to do is be available. And then they use me, they play, they throw me under the bus to please who?
You people that see that, put up what should go, put up what should go. I find my level, you find your way.
He should pack his bags, because the moment I go upstairs, I'm packing my bags, and he better brings everything downstairs. We are going home tonight. That breakup, we are going home.
Big brother Naija.
Boyfriend and girlfriend came into the house. Quite an interesting couple, let's be fair. They gave us back-to-back content from day one. And now I'm hearing X. Okay, Chinwe, what happened? What happened?
I've always been very vocal about my relationship with Zion, how I felt about Zion. I've always even been very expressive. It's one thing to say I love someone. It's another thing to show that I love someone. So going from that point to where we are, I think Zion is in the best position to actually give us clarity on this.
So just to be
matter.
clear, you left the house still as a couple?
Yes, we did. Left the house a couple. I said that Zion broke up in December.
What happened, Zion? What happened in December? Dirty December.
Nothing really happened. You feel me? Nothing really happened. You can ask her. She's here. But I would say just being outside the house and...
Without going in depth, so I don't embarrass you so much. Zion's birthday was in December. I don't live in Lagos. I live in Benin, right? I came to Lagos, I think it was 23rd November. I had a wedding to attend in Port Harcourt, and then it was just 2 days and I came back to Lagos. The whole plan was to spend some time, with Zion, seeing that he's my boyfriend. His birthday was coming, right?
Things were still good.
Things were good.
Yeah.
There was never, you see this thing he's saying, she was on one part, I was on one part. He's lying. That was never the situation.
No, it's perspective still.
I came to, what?
It's perspective now.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
So I saw us going on different parts.
So
maybe,
you could,
maybe you didn't see
now,
that.
let me tell you something. You should have had that conversation with me.
Okay.
If the relationship wasn't working, we were supposed to break up coming out of the house.
Yeah.
You were the one that kept me in that relationship. Truthfully, I did love him, right? Now, December comes. I stayed from November to December. His birthday is December 10th, yeah? I was paying accommodation every single day in Lagos, staying with my supposed boyfriend, right? His birthday came. He had a couple of, events. We go here today, we go there tomorrow, stuff's happened in between. Now, things started to take a different turn. The day they hosted Zion at some club, I'm not going to mention names, right? We went there, it was a strip club. We had a good time and everything. Now we get there and everything. They hosted him. They gave us drinks and all of that. We're done partying. It's time to go home. They're bringing the bills and magically, it was my responsibility. But that's fine. That's totally fine. I handled that bill with the agreement that, you're going to refund me this money because I've been paying accommodation every single day, a minimum of 100,000 in this Lagos. Bear in mind, Zion has your sister's house. Yes, I was never going to stay in your sister's house, and you know that your sister hates me afterwards. Now the whole bill thing happened, and I told him, "That's small money. Was it like 290 something K?" And I told him, this money, I'm supposed to use it to renew my accommodation. He said, okay, he was going to refund me the money. The next day came, the money didn't come. The second day afterwards came. I was like, you know how it is now? I was like, babe, how far now? Please, the money, they're already hitting me up. Let me just, Zion was like, okay, let him go to his friend's place and he'll sort me out when he gets there. Zion went. When he got there, I think he sent me 150K when he got there that day. Now, bear in mind, my return back to Benin was 15th of same December, right? Zion goes to his friend's place, like 2 days to my return back. He spends the night there. He comes back the next day, that him and his friends were just wanted to spend time with them and all of that. And yeah, I get it, right? That night, they were going to host him at some club in Ikeja. And to be fair, he asked me if I was going to come with him to the club. I told him my flight was the next day. It was an afternoon flight. There was no way I was going to go party in Ikeja, come back, pack my bags. I'm not even going to get any sleep. It was just it was an inconvenience for me. But I told him, go have fun. Please, make sure you come back home tonight. I just wanted to honestly spend time with my man before going back home. It was never a too much ask. Zion went and didn't come back home that night. I tried to reach Zion. His number was off. I had to go to the mutual group we shared going into the house to look for one of his friends' contacts. Bear in mind that Zion's friends and family, they absolutely hate me. And that's just simply because on the show, I said I sponsored Zion. His friend said, okay, he will have him reach out to me soon. When he got back, he was like, at first, right? I thought Zion had something reasonable to say to me. Do you understand? Zion said, he went to the club. He came back when they were leaving the club. He couldn't get an in-drive. And his friends, they were just so tired. So he just followed his friends. Zion went to club at Ikeja. Me, I was at VI, Oniru. Zion said he couldn't get a cab to bring him to me at Oniru. But his friends that drove him, that were so tired, passed where we were and went to Ekate. Should the boy rates me? No, let's be real here.
So can I talk?
When they say love is blind, the matter get a CB. When he came that morning and gave me the flimsy excuse, right?
That was somebody
I was trying to process it. You lie a lot, so you can't even remember.
Really?
I was trying to process. I'm like, you want to eat something? He said yes. I said okay. I served him. He ate. I packed my bags. I went to the airport. On my way to the airport, I'm not even going to lie or act like one tough babe. I broke down as hell, and I blocked Zion everywhere. After Valentine's Day, I think February 19th, I already reached out to him seeking closure, and he said, okay, let's meet up. We already had a planned date to meet up and resolve the whole thing. You're going to lie, baby?
How? Wait.
Are you going to lie?
How am I going to lie?
So now that happens, and we meet up eventually on the said date. We had conversations about what could have gone wrong. We expressed ourselves. One thing leads to another, and we're back at it. Right?
What does this mean?
As in, we were back at it, right? Shortly after, I came, that was the period I think Rhutie was having her birthday in Lagos. I came to Lagos for Rhuthie's birthday trip and all that. Zion was with me for the 1 week I was in Lagos. If he was really tired of the relationship, say all this coming back and forth, would he have been doing that? Zion was with me the entire...
Who was coming back, me or you? Who kept coming back? So what are you saying?
Baby, it takes two. It takes two to tango. You know that, right?
December.
Listen.
Yeah, happened. I went to the club.
Excuse me now.
I went to the club. She didn't come. Firstly, I booked 2 Prados to go into the club. So why was that booking an in-drive?
So you booked 2 Prados to go to the club?
What are you saying?
Zion!
Why?
Where for Siam?
Where for see what?
You booked 2 fucking Prados to go to the club.
That's why I like that there are videos. That night, I have the videos. I had friends who came from Abuja for my birthday. So
this is such a shameful conversation. The hilarity of it.
Friends that I had to go.
No, honestly.
Wait, we'll come back to the February.
Okay.
Let's just clear this part. So why didn't you go back to the house, like she said?
That's what I'm saying. So I invited Chinwe to come with me to the club. Yeah, I had friends who came from Abuja for my birthday, and they were there, and I had not seen them because I was with Chinwe. So I said, oh, let me go see my friends. We booked 2 Prados to go to the club. They had theirs, I had mine. You get. We went to the club, partied. From there, we went back to their place. You get. Because they already booked an apartment.
But did she tell you to come back home, like she said?
She did.
Why didn't you go back home?
Why I didn't come back home? I was going to come back home, but I fell asleep. I actually did. I fell asleep at the apartment. I quickly rushed to see her at the house.
Yeah.
She was already packed. Our cab waiting for her outside. Packed her box, everything. And she was ready to leave. So I was like, I know my bad. You get. I was supposed to come back last night, like I promised.
But she was already angry.
She was already mad. You know, she didn't want to hear anything.
Did you really try to reach out to her?
No, I did try to reach out to her multiple times, but she blocked.
Okay. So before we go to this February part now, what happened in February? Tell me your truth now before I hear her side.
So before February, see, so the thing is, before February, late January, she was already hitting up almost everybody I know. You get.
For what reason?
People were hitting me up to send you your pictures.
And my speaker?
And your speaker.
Good. Make sure you say, because I was hitting you up to send my stuff.
So she was like, I should send her her pictures that were in my box.
And my speaker, why you don't meet them now? Because you returned the pictures, you could not return the speaker.
Me, I knew that she did not need her pictures and her speaker.
Why would I not need it? Not me get
to see me.
To get in touch.
To get in touch with me. So she kept hitting me up. And she wants to meet. Where are we going to see? She was like, she wants to see me at her place. Let's be in a place that we can talk well and all that. No wala. Met her up. We talked. Then things.
Then you spent the night.
Things went really well. Then I left. Yeah.
That's the problem.
So between February and now, we have been cordial.
Okay.
We have been.
So nothing happened.
Between February.
You've not had any issue.
No, Zion.
We've not
okay.
The only issue I've had is that I've not sent her a speaker. She said, I've not sent her a speaker.
So what's the problem now?
So
why is it your ex if you guys made up in February?
Thank you, Ebuka, because you see.
Do quick.
So February happens now. We spent the 1 week together and everything. All of a sudden, myself and Zion were chatting one day. It was on a Sunday, and he went mute. We spoke on phone. This time around, we literally got back together, and we were literally expressing love for each other and working on our relationship. In fact, see our relationship therapist there, Kelly Ray. Not for real. That's our relationship therapist, right? He tried to mend it as much as possible. Even when we came back together, he will advise the 2 of us, the same advice. Do you understand? So we were literally in a good place, right? And then on a very good Sunday, I was chatting with Zion, and he didn't reply. I tried to call him. I didn't hear from Zion. Zion went ghost for at least 4 days. He hits me up on a Wednesday. I was like, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I've been going through stuff. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, ghost you like that. I've just been going through things on my own. And seeing that we were just mending, our relationship from what it was, I was very quick to forgive and, not take it as much of a big deal. Do you understand? We made up. we're having good conversations and everything. Like 3 days after, Zion now messaged me and said he needed like 300K for some stuff that he was doing. Don't worry, I have the messages.
No, you know that this your format is old now.
I have the messages, baby. It's okay. It's okay. I have the messages. I know they delete, you know now. He was like, he needed like 300K for some stuff that he was arranging for his website thing. And seeing that this guy just ghosted me like a few days ago and just came back, it seemed off to me that he was asking me for money. Have you forgotten when you asked me for that 300K? I told you that I had just sent my sister, I call her Smalls, our last born in Canada. I had just sent her money for her accommodation. She is my responsibility. So when he asked me for the money, I told him, like, baby, I would have done it for you, but I just sent Smalls money for her accommodation. It's tight for me right now. I can't send you any money.
Chinwe, in conclusion,
yes. Zion came back to me, asked me for money again. I gave it to Zion. Less than 3 days after, Zion ghosted me. And that was the point I said, look, pick yourself from the floor. What are you doing? I'm not getting nothing from this relationship. Zion has never taken me to dinner. When we go out, I take him out.
Okay.
I was getting the bare minimum from this guy, and he was taking me for granted.
We've spent a lot of time on this. You said at the start, you guys were going your separate ways. You were not in it anymore. She was probably still in it, but you never clearly told her that. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, I was done. Yeah. And I didn't tell her.
So that was a mistake, maybe?
Yeah, that was a mistake. Really,
so my point is, if you were done, why did you keep coming back to me for money?
That really puts me back in the mood of everything. Honestly, I'm not going to cap to you. I still have, like, affection.
Yeah.
Chinwe. I'm not going to lie to you.
Do you still do?
I still have affection for Chinwe. No cap. So when I decided that I wasn't trying to pursue this anymore, I wasn't trying to break her heart. Because I know Chinwe is a very fragile person. I can tell her one thing now.
So it was a hard decision to make. I guess we're...
Okay, Ebuka, please. Look at it. Ebuka. Because what does Zion mean I'm a liar?
Wait, I need to see what's the dates. Because I don't know what month this is.
This is March.
This is March.
18th March. 18th March. Baby girl, I know say I distress you like this, my love. Shabi, you can see. So I'm lying on you, baby.
This girl. You did save Snapchat.
I did say no, because evidence they important.
So this was the final straw. But now I'm looking at the conversations. You guys were still sort of... You didn't...
This was after I sent him the money now. Like, we're still cool for like a few days.
I don't...
We're still cool for
one
like
picture just flashed me. I'm a responsible father.
No, but
anyway, long and short of it is, you guys are done.
I mean...
Are you going back together?
We are not coming back together.
You guys have gone back together a few times.
Yeah, he's been trying to come back.
Okay.
The messages are here. That's why it was quite shocking that he was saying he's done, he broke up with me. You know the funny thing? As at last night, Zion was in my room professing love to me. Zion woke up in my room this morning. He slept in my room.
Why did you let him stay?
Baby. You're calling him baby now.
You were hearing baby?
That's what she's used to now. Is that what she's used to?
Call him my baby. He's my baby. I still have love for him.
You said, why is he in your room?
Yeah, it's just like fun.
Okay, so why is he in your room?
Not for the road.
Such a big deal.
So you're also not particularly helping the situation.
No, because
if you're claiming that you're done. So Chinwe, let me say something. Chinwe, you're talking a lot. And I know we're laughing and all.
Yeah.
But you keep insinuating you're done.
Yes.
And let's be clear, he also keeps saying that you keep coming back.
Yeah.
That is his part.
Yeah.
If he keeps believing that no matter what he does, you keep coming back.
Yeah.
And last night, you still came back. You went for the road. Chinwe, let me finish.
It was just...
Chinwe, wait now. In March, you literally said here that this was the end. This was the last in March. You are back again tomorrow. I'm sorry. Good luck to you guys. I think that we should end it at that. I'll see you guys next time.
I said it's your own. She was there. No, when I behind you, who are you?
should have come and said to people, guys, now give me some cake. She went to that partner, she said, some people are stingy. I don't do childish. Face me. Face me. Face child now. Child. Stupid.
Big Brother Naija.
Welcome back to the Big Brother Naija No Lose Guard reunion show. Wanni, I want us to get some clarity on this friction with Onyeka. Because people found that first situation a little weird. Because viewers thought you guys were cool. And then you had that outburst. You apologized, like you said. But it was like, where is this coming from? And then later it became, oh, is this a Sean situation? You know. And now you guys haven't talked or you don't talk or whatever. So explain why you got to that point and why you got to a point where you are not. Because, I mean, at the end of it, it's a competition, it's a show. But how are you not talking?
Let me start from the top. So when we got into the house, I really liked her. But Handy and I be shy away from people quickly, especially when you do something that it just makes me feel uneasy. And with Onyeka, sometimes you can't read her. Like she can wake up and start to give you attitude for no reason. Like there was a time in the house, we were good, we slept, we were playing, and the next day she was just not talking to us. And we didn't know why.
It just came out of nowhere, you're saying?
Yeah, as she said she woke up that morning and normally when she wakes up, Handy would smile to her, and that morning Handy didn't smile to her, and she felt some kind of way. And I'm like, I don't know, it was just weird. Yeah, I like you, but there's just something, when I tried to go deeper, I just get this pushback. I just let myself go, because friendship is not by force. And even when we came out of the house, I still tried, I reached out, and it just didn't work.
Well, you reached out after the show?
Yeah, I did.
And what happened?
Once, and she didn't honor my invitation.
What did you do exactly?
I think one day, we were going for media rounds, and I knew that it was off and on, off and on. And I went, and she was in the car, and I knocked. Like, oh, Onyeka, I made videos of her, blah, 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 blah. Then one time we were talking, and I was like, come to my room, let's talk. I know that the energy, because she said, she was like, oh, the energy is off. I'm like, Miss, I don't know where this is coming from, but we need to clarify. I was like, come to my room. And she didn't come. I called her, she didn't pick.
You called her, she didn't pick up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And granted, everybody was busy, everybody was receiving gifts and everything, but she didn't even call to explain. She didn't say anything to me. So at the buffet for breakfast, I saw her and I just said, you're rude. But it wasn't like aggressive. I just said, Onyeka, you're rude. We invited you, you didn't come, you didn't say anything, you're rude. And that was, I think, the last time we spoke properly.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. She made a statement. One time the person said, she was like, I'm insecure because of big asses. And I'm like, when Sean asked me, it was like, is it because I'm like, what do you mean, Yansh? Like, so when she said that, I'm like, you're not even on my level of frequency to even understand the kind of person I am to have a conversation and say, because I did have a conversation with Onyeka. I opened up about what I went through when I was little, all my insecurities and everything. I'm telling you, Ebuka, on the show, I never thought I would open up to anybody. I was crying to Onyeka in the bathroom. Then all of you, all of a sudden, you're going to say, it's because of big dance. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not vindictive. If I respect you, I respect you. I don't think there's any babe here that I don't like, except from the one that is not here. But that's it. I don't know her name. A babe that can think that another baby is insecure because of big ass, I don't want to be that person's friend. I'm sorry, but that's it. That's how I think. I need somebody that matches my level of intellect.
Hey.
Okay. I'm very happy at your level of...
I was about to switch, but...
Yeah,
Onyeka, let me say something first. It's one thing to say, because your narrative so far has been, you were playing a game.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Viewers love a game player, right? But if she's saying the show is over now, she reaches out, she tries to have a conversation. Let's meet up in my room, and you accuse us I was busy, which everybody is. And after that, you didn't even reach out. After the show is over, the game is over, why is connecting with her still a problem?
Ebuka, I think that this jealousy thing plays a big part in this whole thing, because whenever it has to do with every other human being, their excuse is allowed to be busy, is allowed for your fans to give you gifts. But when it's Onyeka, it's like, Onyeka, you're committing a bloody crime, you are evil, you are evil. Let's be clear, Ebuka. I came into that house. She was the one that was jealous. I loved her as well. I was the one that when she was sick, I was even putting on her pants.
Please, who will not be jealous?
Do you understand? So I don't want to go back and forth. We can be civil here. You're very intelligent, like you said.
No, I'm giving you.
So Ebuka,
what am I jealous about?
I have a question, right?
That's so weird.
If she was really smart,
that's very weird.
Her first question should be, how does Onyeka know that my my friend has dated people with big ass. But she didn't ask that question. That would have been the first question I'll ask because it will lead me to a lot. But let's leave that aside since she didn't ask that. Now, sitting down and saying you called me after the show, I responded to you and she was saying, everybody knows how Wanni talks. She said that she was saying you're rude. She was like, you're rude, you're rude. I was like,
that's a lie.
no,
Thank you.
It's okay if you say it's a lie. It's okay. We are not arguing. I didn't argue with you. You spoke. Please let me speak. You are lying against me too.
It's so weird.
So she did that. And to me, I felt like, come on, man. And I told her, I said, girl, I had like fans there. You have fans too coming to meet you. Like, why is it that whenever any, like, not even a scene, it's always like, Onyeka. Okay, see, Ebuka, she said that she saw me as a friend. She said that, why am I saying that Victoria should have called her friend? Okay, why were you now? You said that you were my friend, but you were calling me out a lot, saying a lot of things about me.
Like what?
Even the day that they are saying that I went to go and tell somebody about her trauma, the only person I told was Chizoba because she said, tell Chizoba about it. And the only person I also spoke to was her friend because her friend knew about it. I did not.
Imagine you telling your friend. Imagine you telling your friend about your trauma, and your friend is going to meet the man that you're interested in.
But you told me to tell him that kind of trauma. And you already spoke to him about
Wanni has trauma. Like, I don't understand. I don't know which person will accept that.
So Ebuka, he knows about it. She told her about it. Like, she has been saying she's jealous. She said it all along. She's spiking her jealousy. But that's her business.
In talking to him.
Yeah.
Okay, now, we had a conversation. She went to go and tell him that I think that it was Osi that was busy talking to her. She went to go and paint like I wanted to kill her relationship. And honestly, Ebuka, all these things she's saying about friendships, I was legit real to you. Tell me how you will sit down every day and speak about somebody negatively, like call your friend, and you won't have repelling energy. Then you now want to blame it on me.
How did I speak about you negatively?
Ebuka, to be honest, I don't think there's anything.
What did I say about you negatively?
Because like when she's sitting there, okay, the other time she said, the one that she said, oh, she was indirectly implying slut-shaming me for talking to my bestie, but she will go and call another person Mrs. Mbadu. It's okay. Do you understand?
Oh, God,
for me, there were double standards. When it came to the two of them, she called me, she invited me. My fans just called and said, oh, we have a gifting stuff. I was busy for the longest. Am I not a human being that can forget? But once it's Onyeka, it's like, Onyeka is pretty, Onyeka wants to take, come on, man.
So, in the house, I just want to say something, because you said at the start of the show you guys were cool.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way?
Yes.
So you noticed an energy.
Yes, I did.
So why, if you noticed an energy from her, why was it not an option to talk to her about this energy and instead keep, I'm using this word very loosely, flirting with him, which is what the viewers thought. You're not talking to his girl, but you're talking to him, almost like you're trying to trigger. Is that what you were trying to do?
No,
because we need to clear that up.
This is about you can bear witness. When I brought out the game in the house, I noticed that there was kind of a lot of energy. So I was like, every time when they do, I'm like, what's up? Do we have a problem? What's up? Do we have a problem? But like at a point, I'm asking, what's up? Do we have a problem? But you're still like things are still going on.
Ask her?
Yeah. So when I now found out that the whole jealousy thing, I'm like, there's no point. I already know what the issue is.
Is it not fair? I mean, if she got a vibe, she got a vibe. She started up being friends with you, and then she feels like, this girl doesn't like me. You would have that instinct as well if it was you. So why is it her fault if you give her a certain vibe?
No, I'm not saying it's her fault. That's why when I started the conversation, I'm like, I tried to be friends with her. Even before we started going back and forth, or she did whatever she did, I've asked Andy, you're here. I told Andy, I'm like, I like this babe, but there's something, I don't know.
So you also got a vibe?
Yes, straight up.
We were basically going through the same thing, just that somebody was acting.
Let me tell you
something. She said, I like this babe. I don't know what's happening.
She's saying that
but you
I
were
went
talking,
to Sean
you were gossiping. How won't you feel repelling energy from me?
About?
When you're talking a lot, almost every day you're sitting down, finding a problem in Onyeka, a problem in Onyeka every day. And I'm just forgiving you and giving you grace.
Now, let me say this thing to kill everything.
Oh well,
Onyeka is talking about jealousy. Onyeka was jealous that Victoria and Ozzy were friends.
Please don't define me like you are.
Yes, you were.
You're defining yourself.
You were. I'm not.
Like
the first day we came out of the house and she was in the Kenga. The first topic Onyeka was talking about was Ozzy and Victoria.
Of course, because it's my situation. I'm there, girl. I don't gossip about what I'm not involved in. So rest.
Your daddy
I don't have beef with you. This thing is part of what was in the house. Keep bringing it out.
I'm telling you, you're a jealous
a lot in the house.
You said about Victoria because of Ozzy.
I don't have a beef with you. You are jealous. It's not about Victoria, it's about me and you. You are jealous.
Ozzy's dating somebody. You're jealous about Ozzy. Shut up.
Did she know he had the baby outside?
Yes, she knew.
Oh.
She knew.
He had the baby outside.
Yeah, you knew.
You don't watch the show.
I'm asking you now. Did you know? Did you know?
I went to go and meet Ebuka. There was a time I even said.
Did you know? Sorry, did you know?
Ebuka,
Wanni.
Tuta.
How,
Nonsense.
in her opinion, or in her points, are you calling her Mrs. Mbadiwe?
Who?
Her.
Did I ever call him Mrs.
And
Mbadiwe?
accusing her of
I
the
never,
same thing.
and did I ever call Victoria Mrs. Mbadiwe?
Okay, Ebuka.
So
Never.
did she do that?
Never called
I don't
Victoria
No,
Mrs.
it's a fair
Mbadiwe.
point. Did she ever do that?
Yes.
The video, I even saw it in my eyes.
So how are you calling her Mrs. Mbadiwe and criticizing her for the same
Victoria,
thing?
did I call Mrs. Mbadiwe?
To me, she never did. Except
okay, but it's there, Sha.
She's calling Wanni jealous, but Wanni stated it's not because of her. I'm a jealous babe. Even because of Nelly.
So why are you not trying to put it on me when it's the two of you that are jealous people?
Okay.
But I'm
So
not.
now-
I'm just.
So now me too. So now me too, I'm jealous.
You guys are the ones that have jealousy issues and you're trying to define me. And you're defining yourself.
So now I'm jealous of you. No, let me tell you.
I'm saying like,
Monica, you are dumb.
okay,
You can't make a
Candy,
point
let me
without
explain to you.
rambling.
Ebuka,
You don't go
there was
straight.
a
You
day
talk
that Wanni
rubbish.
them, they were talking about me. There was a day that they were talking about me, right? Claiming that I was jealous about Victoria. And I stopped and I listened to that conversation. And Wanni said, you know, like me now as a person, I used to be jealous when my friend is talking. And they said, like me now as a person, I used to be jealous. You're defining yourself, not me. Okay, all the times that you were capping, all the times that other people were capping about me.
Victoria,
they did not come to me.
boyfriend.
All of them met
Calling
me.
my name
So
like
we're
I'm
all
not
doing the same thing in the house.
You read laws. Go and
You
research your
have
father's school
dependent
fees. You wasted
energy.
your
And I forgive you.
reading law. You can't even make a
Period.
point. Silly ass. Who's jealous of you? Come on, sit down.
And you sat down.
Yes, because I'll sit down.
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Can I say one thing as well, please?
Yeah, let me just point out something, right?
Your name is last. Because Sean's name has come up a lot. Before I come to Sean now, this whole crossfire has so many layers to it. But jealousy keeps coming up.
Yeah.
And the center of this jealousy is Sean. And you said, how would you know somebody likes Big Nyash if they didn't tell you, Abi?
Good question,
Who
isn't
told
it?
you? So Sean himself.
Honestly.
Answer me is yes or no.
Yes.
Sean, when you're telling the person who is sort of a bone of contention, right, in your dynamic, that your ex is, and she fits the criteria, I guess. What are you trying to achieve with that, and what do you think that does for your relationship?
To be honest, I can't really remember saying verbatim that. Oh,
what did you say?
Maybe it's been a random conversation, just getting to know each other and just talking about girls.
But it's not the first time you're hearing this. So when she brought it up, did you counter that to say, I didn't say this?
It's never been in relation to Wanni, because I'm the type of person that just go for what I want.
So you're saying you could have said it to Onyeka?
I could have. But can I say this, though? I actually want to say this. Because I think the problem with Onyeka and Wanni, the issue, I lie in the middle of it, but I'm not the main issue.
What is the main issue?
Right, I think, I always used to tell them in the house, I said it to both of them, I said, you guys have a fake friendship. Right, I think you guys used to do I'm friends with each other, whatever, but you're not actually getting to understand each other's personality. And for you to understand each other's personality allows you to give each other grace and also get to know them more.
For a lot of viewers, and I'm sure for both of you, you guys were in a relationship in the house.
Yeah.
You and Wanni. From the first week. Whatever conversations you had with Onyeka, she said what she said, and she's standing by it.
Okay.
This is your girl. You're talking to another girl who is a bone of contention. How did you not think it right to draw a boundary with her?
Okay, so I basically wanted to create a middle ground. Also,
Why? Shouldn't your loyalty be here? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, at the first week, Wanni wasn't my girlfriend. I never asked her to be my girlfriend, but she was definitely an item. Well, I could probably even say that we were seeing each other. So it was heading on that trajectory. But also, you're building connections with different people. So it's like, why am I going to shut off? This is not Love Island. Do you know what I mean? It's a Big Brother, and I'm there.
So you were open to other people?
Not open to other people necessarily romantically, but building a natural connection with people, friends, just people you want to get to know.
Wanni, before we go quickly, hearing what he said now, do you feel he was loyal? He had your back?
Yes, I did.
In situations like this?
Some conversations I had with her, if it was me, I wouldn't have necessarily just
said, but like he said, he wanted to, and he made it clear to me in the house. And when I had a blowout, he was like, I know you're jealous, but I'm not giving you any reason. I'm not trying to build something romantically with this person. I want you, and I'm coming for you. And he made it very clear. That's why I said, yes, and that was enough. And that's why I will state and reinstate that whatever happened between me and her wasn't about Sean at all.
Okay, we're going to go on a break, and we'll be right back. Now, Mix, let's take a look at this clip.
Big brother Naija.
It's my jewelry bag. I've got 24 karat gold in there. And you're going to bring it out and put metal in it and drop it there? That's animal audacity, thief. And in yam robber.
I saw it on top of my box. And I carried it and kept it on top of her box because I thought it was...
On top of Nelly's box?
Yes, because I thought it was for her.
Yours. Do not say that to me. This bitch. Are you mad? Eh? The audacity, you came in front of me to ask me stupid questions. This girl, are you smoking something bigger than... Are you okay? Are you okay? No. You're that crazy. Do that. Do that. Wait. Do that.
Big brother Naija.
Yeah, that was actually longer than that on the day. A lot happened. Chinwe, you had a lot of opinions about Nelly. How did it get there? And why did it get so frosty so quickly with her? What was it about her?
So, based off the opinions formed of her, it is only normal to form opinions of people based off what you can see. Perception is totally different from reality. So, the conversation you speak about with Zion regarding her, how it stemmed up, Nelly made beans and plantain for the house, right? For some reason, not to water down what she did or whatever, it upset my tummy. Myself and Zion, when we were having our conversation, I was distressed. I'd already just literally even come out of the restroom. And at that point, I wasn't even having like, which kind of chef be this one way just cook beans? I've just been going to the toilet since I've been going. Zion was now like, he knows her type of chef now. That is the type that will go make food and serve both foods, both meals.
That's what he said.
Yes.
Ashawo, now, called Ashawo, please. You have to say everything.
that wasn't the word.
Saw the video.
It's pussypreneur. So based off how I was feeling at the time, I was lashing out. Zion was my boyfriend at the time. It is only normal, if we are even being honest here, we all have moments where we are with our own people and say the craziest things that you probably wouldn't say to someone else. And I would really say that statement, it was totally unnecessary, if I would even say, right? It shouldn't have even been something to come up. But that wasn't me even trying to pick fights with her. It was just a conversation with my boyfriend at the time. Now to the jewelry issue. My locker and Nelly's locker are side by side, right? You see something that isn't yours in your stuff, it is only normal to assume it belongs to the person next to you. She asked every other person, according to her, except me. I got to find out after I had lashed out that night. In fact, I was going to use the restroom. I saw my jewelry pouch somewhere else other than my locker. And at that point, I'm like, who put this thing here? Because...
Ebuka, to be honest, right, from day one, I never had anything bad against Chinwe.
So where did it change?
I don't know. I just started noticing, like, sometimes she'll wake up, she's all grumpy, she doesn't want to, like, talk to people, and then you let people be because everybody is not a morning person, right? Her locker was just next to mine. I don't have anything against Chinwe. I was as surprised as everybody the way she was always coming at me. It was like she was trying to make my whole stay in the house difficult. I genuinely loved Chinwe, and trust me, when they came in with their relationship, I had no bitter heart whatsoever towards them. So the whole thing was just like a movie to me, because I was just trying to understand, what did I do to this girl? Because I never did any, and it was always from her part.
I was going to apologize to Nelly the second time I came back in the house. Ask her. I told her, Saturday morning, I had gone to meet Nelly she was packing in the dressing room. And I'm like, I would like to have a conversation with you afterwards, right? And the essence of the conversation, because I mean, I'm a girl too, you know, I would feel really hurt if someone should stereotype me based off my looks. And I feel like that was what I did to her, which was very unfair to her. I take responsibility for that. And I'm very sorry for that.
Ebuka, right? Let's talk about the parts Chinwe called me a thief. She's called me all sorts of names. Firstly, I never repeated any clothes in the house. I've gone like 2 weeks without washing. So this night after eviction, I went to the laundry to go wash my clothes. After bringing out all the clothes, I now saw a pack of jewelry down there. I'm like, how this thing enter here? Because I've not washed. So I went to the locker room. When I got to the locker room, I think I saw Ben and Handy at the locker room. I said, I saw this thing in my bag, in my laundry bag, and I don't know the owner. I just saw it like down. And this laundry bag, I've not opened it, right? So I just said, Ben, you know, Ben was like, just drop it there. Anybody that owns it, when they come, they'll see it and take it. And coming out, Ebuka, I saw a clip when she and Rhutie were saying they were going to set me up. And funny enough, the next day, I told Chisaba in the kitchen. I was even telling, I think she heard, I was like, I knew this was a setup because it wasn't ordinary. Yes, they put it there because how come Ruthie's jewelry and Chinwe's jewelry were together in one bag? Do they stay together? Great.
Do you think you overreacted, though? Even if you're, like, let's assume you didn't plan this. Do you think you overreacted with the jewelry situation?
The moment I saw my jewelry pouch outside of where it was meant to be, I lost it. Okay. I totally lost it. And I kept going, who would have the audacity to take my stuff and put it here? So you think I would plan to do something and be looking for an explanation afterwards?
Obviously.
Come on, girl.
So why the is this? What is this jewelry doing under my laundry bag that I haven't opened in 2 weeks?
That's a fair question.
That's a fair question.
Because if you use this jewelry just 2 days ago or a day ago, how the did the jewelry make it under my laundry bag that I haven't opened in 2 weeks?
So did Rhutie tell you about this plan? Like she said. What did Rhutie tell you?
You see where Rhutie was telling me about the jewelry situation, that she was the one that took the pouch. In fact, that video, she didn't say she put it in her bag.
So why didn't you apologize to her?
On top something. I was going to have the conversation with her.
So now we're talking about calling her a prostitute, the pussy, whatever it is, and now a thief.
I was going to have that conversation with her, but it never happened.
Because it's now, it became a pattern of the name calling. She's accusing you of setting her up.
Yeah.
Anybody watching this as a third party is going to conclude only one thing. You wanted to take her out, or you had her in mind, or she was a target, or she was a threat to you. Because if it's not one, it's not two, it's not three, and you've not given, honestly, I don't know if I'm wrong, anybody any reason to see that she came for you at any point?
Ebuka, there are clips where Nelly had conversations about me, calling me names.
What did she call you?
Fat and ugly.
The only time I called you twice and ugly was when Ashlos came and gave us something to wear. And Chinwe was like, oh, they gave her this shirt to wear with Nelly. Like, based off, you can't wear this thing with them. I'm like, you. It fits me more than you. So why are you trying to, like, she's always making all those backyard noise and sounds around me. Like, anytime there's anything centered about Nelly, she will want to talk.
Did you ever apologize to her?
Personally, I apologize for that. I didn't. It was around.
You haven't up to now?
No.
Why is that?
Because for me, and I'd not even seen that clip. I know that
Zion
went outside.
My question is very simple. You can say I didn't apologize because I didn't want to. That's fair. But don't tell me you've not seen the clip. I want to know why haven't you not apologized. That's all.
So I know what I said, yeah. And outside the house, Nelly and I don't talk.
You don't have to talk to someone you apologize to. You don't have to.
No, I just didn't feel like, I was talking to my girl about something. And to me, I said this in passing. You get. Chinwe was hot. You get. So I said that. You feel me? But honestly, I apologize. So no apologies for that. Oh. I apologize for that. Really. Yeah. Are we okay?
Nelly, I truly was going to clear up the jewelry situation. There was never a time where my intentions were to set her up. If we were caught in that web of being set up, I'm just as oblivious as you were. when it happened. And truly, I'm sorry I popped off and called you Anini and all of that, and people had to ride the wave of the name calling. But trust me, I wasn't trying to set you up. I don't have no beef with you.
That sounds like a genuine apology.
Yeah. I mean, let's just move past it.
Look at the person apologizing.